Hey guys, and welcome back to the final part of this 3-part series. And in this video we're going to be doing the descent and landing, and probably the taxi off. So as we were in the last video, we're at 16,000 feet at 273, just coming up to our 2 descend point here, or top of the descent point. We're going to be landing on ILS 08, and we're going to be basically, to know how low you need to descend, you want to look here after you've chosen your arrival, and it says in purple 1,500 now. Basically that's how far you need to descend, so you've got your altitude and you set 1,500. As you can see, you've just hit the top of descent and we've now started to descend. So if we go on map again, we can see that loaded on here. Yep, Bournemouth is now loaded on after we have gradually got further and further up the map. And actually we're coming on 08, which is this way. And obviously we can just either do it manually or just tune that one. So we'll just click it twice just to make sure it's right. So you can see it should be a course of 7.6, which it is, and a radio of frequency of 150, which it is. We will check that closer to the time just to make sure nothing's been moved, but for now we'll just leave that. So it shouldn't be a very long descent. Seatbelt signs should have been on, sorry about that. And basically all that's going to happen now, not dissimilar from flight sim, sorry, is we're going to hit the decel point and we'll slow on down. And gradually, as we put the flaps down, we'll slow down even more. This is actually my first time landing at Bournemouth in any of the flight sims, I think. And something else you can do for realism is just quickly say descent. I don't know if you can actually hear it, but we can just put it there just for realism. And I did change livery. Changed into the Transylvania PHHZE livery, which is very nice. The liveries in X-Plane seem to be really good quality, and I would say better than flight sim. The only thing with X-Plane is the cockpit is a little bit different to flight sim. What I might just do quickly is just zoom the view out a little bit. So we go, let's just say 88, so we can get a better view of the instruments. See what that's like. And that looks there, that's quite nice, isn't it? Yeah, so we'll stick with this view, just zoom out a little bit. There we go. So as you can see, not very high, also we are cruising at a high altitude. But yeah. So 13,000 feet. We're going quite low, we're going to 1,500. And if we zoom in on the map, we can just see our routing. So we're going to go over to Barretto, then to Gypso, over to our final waypoint before the final approach, which I can't quite make out there. But yeah, so 13,000 feet. Descending at a rate of 1,900. Once again, I'm doing nothing. VNav and LNav are in complete control. And obviously, some people say that the plane doesn't actually slow down to 250 knots under 10,000 feet. So I'm not sure what will happen here. As you can see, we're at 12,000 at 270. So I think we should be under 10,000 feet at 250. Hopefully for realism, and also because that's just what is right. And as I said, this will be the final part to the video. So we've covered starting up, well, not starting up, programming the FMC and setting the autopilot. But as I said, I will be bringing out a cold and dark video soon, as I've now worked that out. We've then covered taxi and takeoff up to the cruise altitude, as well as knowing what T/D and T/C mean. and we're now going to do descent and landing, and probably taxi. But we will be just decelerating in a minute with decel. We're just about to go into the cloud layer here. So obviously I've got a little bit of cloud on. We're not expecting too strong winds at landing, and obviously it's not raining, so we haven't got a slippery runway. Bearing in mind this is only probably my 4th or 5th ILS landing in this sim. I'll try and make it smooth, but I can't guarantee too much. But anyway, we're just at 11,000 feet, and as you can see, we have just hit decel, so we should slow down to 240. Yep, there we go. Going to be cutting it close because we're at 10,900, and we need to be at 250 under 10,000 feet. So there we go. I'll just put spoilers on a second, so obviously we are going too fast. Try and slow us down a bit. And there we go, slow us down now. Spoilers. And if you ever want to slow down because you're going too fast, you've got too much altitude, always remember that you do have spoilers. So once we get under 250, I'll take them off again. Okay, that'll do. Put it forward again. Okay, speed rate's off, and we are at 249. There you go. So just for it, that just makes it a lot more realistic. Obviously, quite a nice angle of descent here. Do like the Transylvania livery, especially the green. But one thing I haven't quite worked out in X-Plane, just if anyone knows anything, just how do you get like ground services and like cabin and like loading trucks and fuel trucks and like the stairs going up to the aircraft? I just wondered if anyone knew how you can like get them to come over and like attach onto the aircraft stuff. Also like how to attach a jetty and stuff. Just please, if anyone knows that, because obviously I'm relatively new to X-Plane, just let me know in the comments. It'll be really useful and it'll really help me add realism to the videos, as well as making it more fun for you to see and more professional. But yeah, just please let me know because it will really help me out. So that's just how to get ground services, basically, not the pushback, but like ground services. So at this point, there's not really too much else we should be doing. 10,000 feet. Let's check where we are on the. So all we've got is a little bit of a zigzaggy approach. Go off to the right, then back to the left, and then on final approach. And for some reason we're at 230 at the minute, so we're actually going slower, but hang on. Let's check on the map how far we are. And we'll just quickly press that again to make sure everything is tuned. And we're 36.9 nautical miles away. So more or less we've just, well, as we can see here, it looks like we are going to go off on, looks like we're going to go off on like M17. Looks like we've just been following this, we've just been following this route up here. Looks like we've just been following it. We've basically just been following the 1620 route all the way up to Zibo, and from Zibo we're going off to Bilney, that is here. And then from there we're going to CF08 here. So there's our route, so we're going to go off here onto M17 and then to Bilney, and then we're going to go up to CF08 onto finals. I'm not entirely sure how busy it'll be at EGHH. I haven't actually been there in real life or on flight sim, so it's been a new experience. And also, I haven't done it in this video because I have changed aircraft. Remember that you have your landing speeds and flaps set, because you will need those. So I'm going to be landing at flaps 40 at 130, even though that seems really slow, but we might as well land with what it says. So 8,500 feet now. Once we get to Gypsy, we'll probably put 1 degree flat down, just to make us nice and level. Check everything's all set. Lights and stuff. Just got the whiz around the cockpit here. And I will just say my opinion on X-Plane. It is pretty good, and yeah. So just at 8,000 feet, and I would say X-Plane's probably slightly better than FSX, but it's quite close. And yeah, so I would say X-Plane is, well, in terms of graphics, it is obviously way better. But I mean, in FSX, I just, it's probably because I've been using it for so long, I just feel like they are, FSX is still in it. I mean, then it's not absolutely thrashing it. But obviously with the new release of FSX 2020 coming out, a lot of people might be going over to there. And I don't know how X-Plane will retaliate. Obviously they've just done a new update at X-Plane 11.35, which obviously added the F mod into the Boeing 737, as well as another plane I can't remember, but it added a load of different airports. So yeah, I don't know how X-Plane prefer 3D will retaliate, because obviously, yeah. But at the minute, X-Plane in terms of realism is better. Okay, so we've just hit 5,500 feet, and the ILSs have now shown up. So we'll put 1 degree flat down, and we'll slow down, as you can see there, to 180. So we'll put spoilers on again, just because we're about to go into overspeed, I think. And obviously we don't want to do that, so actually we'll put flaps 2 down a little bit later. So it's just at 5,000 feet. And in a minute we'll probably change the pressure back to 29.92. And once you have captured the localizer, you should get this information in the top corner telling you how far you are away from the diving dropping, basically. Okay, we're on a good rate of deceleration there, so I'll put the spoilers up in a minute. And as I said, if we look in the bottom corner as well, we can see that 130 is our landing speed. So at this point, I'll put our turn offs on and our landing lights. And let's put those tags in, just because they're nice. And basically now we're just waiting on the localizer. And there we are, just our final left turn before landing at Bilney. Check the map. There we are. Not too much further to go now, and I can see it's actually got a decent amount of traffic around here. Okay, so we'll put spoilers up. It's just slowing down relatively quick, faster. So as I said before, just be mindful that this is not my landing. So yeah. So we put flaps 2 down, and the plane's now going to obviously slow us down because it was still going pretty fast. So here we are, flying in to Bournemouth. So the airport must be over there. Just go on the outside this way. No, I still can't see it yet, so it must be a little bit too far away yet. So 180 knots, slowing to 170. As you can see, the bottom localizer has already been caught, and we are off to the left of the runway. 3,500 feet. I'm going to go down with another flap setting, and then go to 160. Basically, it's like the gears of a car. Whenever you hit the flap setting for the previous one, you want to put down the flap setting for the next one. The only exception with this is towards the end, the flaps don't go down one after the other, they go down with a little gap between. So as you can see, once we hit 160, I'll probably put another flap setting down and just continue doing that till we reach Bournemouth. Okay, so we're now at 2,500 feet. As you can see, the STT has now gone red, so it's telling us to change our pressure to 29.92, and that's now green. So we're still cruising at, well, not cruising, we're still flying at 160 knots, still using LNAV and VNAV. I think we did get a push on the runway. We just got the call out for 2,500, there's the runway there. So it shouldn't be too much longer till we pick up on the ILS. As you can see, we're 3.6 nautical miles away from picking up on the final approach. So what we're going to do is make a slight right hand turn into that. Just trying to see it. So we'll put 1 degree of flap down.
1,000 to go.
As you can see, the rate of descent has now increased slightly because we are now basically about to pick up and do an ILS landing. Yep, rate has definitely picked up. So this is where we want to start getting our flaps down to 145 there. And it's now giving us the warning that we should put our wheels down. I might just leave it a little second, but else that buzzing is going to be annoying, so we'll put wheels down. It wants us to. Obviously I would usually wait until we're on the final approach, or we are basically on the final approach, but I'd usually wait until we were like straight on with the runway. But obviously it wants us to do it now. Let's do it now. Check lights, yep, light settings all correct. 1,900, just about to hit that final approach, so runway should be just there. Yep, there it is over there. Let's get to that. And we'll probably wait till we're on final to put any more flap settings down now. Basically now we're just keeping an eye out for this diamond calling, as that is basically also going to determine how good the landing is going to be. And here we go with the final turn, so let's get ready. Check on that, and it does that as another 2 aircraft over here. But they're not landing here, so that's fine. And okay, so basically now we are on final approach, so we will be landing this plane. And we've just hit 1,500 near enough. There we have the runway in sight up there. And sometimes, depending on how big the airport is, you'll sometimes get some lag on final approach. It's basically because it knows it's got a lot of detailing to do. It happened to me when I was flying into Heathrow yesterday. It'll probably go really slow because obviously it's got a lot more data to load basically. Because obviously it should be fine here, but just in case it does, I'll just let you know what's the reason why. Obviously something like that. But if that does happen, then I'll remember to turn my settings down whenever doing another one. So 140 now, not too far away now. And there we go, localizer has been caught, and that's starting to drop. And we basically just want to make sure we don't get too high up on this pitch. So obviously it does drop. It's alright at the minute, but I would have liked it to be slightly lower. Anyway, we're going to start descending in a minute, so it's all good. So 138, so pretty much at landing speed, a bit near enough. Obviously I will slow stack more. Okay. So we're just going to do, if just for reason, prepare for landing for the camera group. Well, no, for basically everything. I'm just going to keep an eye on this. I'm going to make sure it hits the bridge button as soon as it hits it. So that would be now. There we go. And there we go. We've seen the change, and that means we're now going to start to descend. Okay. So obviously we're going to slow this down to 134 just for now. Even though landing speed's 130, I will slow that down maybe a little bit later. Flap settings. We've got one more flap setting, so we might as well put that down now. So full flaps are set. Nice landing approach. Yeah, slightly better. But obviously in FSX I would usually be landing at like 150 knots. So this seems really slow for me, but that's what it says.
Stabilize Mr. Bridge altitude set.
So just hit 1000. Actually I think I will just land us, but I will put us at 135. Actually 136. Yeah. I'm gonna land at 136 just because that's more comfortable for me. And also this video has gone on longer than I expected, so we will just taxi off to the side and then I'll leave the video there. So you can see the traffic lights. Yep, we've got 2 red and 2 white. Doesn't seem to be too laggy, that's we're just new and flying to Heathrow. 700 feet. I will be doing my usual tactic, landing, basically turning off the autopilot towards the end. But I have found it easier to do manual landings than X-Plane in FSX, even though when you first go into X-Planes, controls are so sensitive. But yeah, just a little bit of messing around with the settings seems to have sorted that. 500 call out there. Continue, as they'd say. I don't know if anyone else gets this problem, but it just seems to me like I'm going really slow. But it's fine in cockpit view. It looks like we're coming in at a bit of an angle, to be honest, but I don't think we are.
300.
300 call out. So I'll turn autopilot off in a minute, and hopefully touch us down nicely.
$200.
Turn autopilot off now. Just hope this is good, guys, but I think we went slightly higher than I turned off the autopilot. Just do remember this is my first, well, not first,
100.
but we are going to overshoot the touchdown zone a little bit. Overshoot, sorry.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Throttle to idle. Wait for touchdown. We hit it. I think we have just touched. Yep, we've touched, just held the nose up for ages. Sorry about that, just held the nose up for ages. Throttle is versus back. Spoilers on. Seems to glide there for a little while, but same time is good. 40 knots, and we'll continue. So, there you go, guys. I will just do a quick replay once we've taxied off. Obviously this video has gone on longer, so I will leave the taxi. We'll taxi off to the left, I think. So I do think we overshot that slightly, but I mean, I'm not really going for the touchdown zone and stuff, I'm just going for the, like, landing. I think we have gone the wrong way here, but we will. Okay, so we've taxied off. I'll just give you guys a quick instant replay. Well, not instant replay, that's what it is in Flight Sim. This is a good spot. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but it just looks like I'm going really slow, but anyway.
300. 2,500. 300. 10.
Yeah, so it did just, it was really smooth, that was actually really smooth. And the centre line was almost perfect, well, yeah, it was perfect. Yeah, that was a nice landing. Yep, nice landing there. Hopefully you guys liked it as well. Right, so that's it for this video. So, hope you enjoyed this 3-part series. Hope you guys have found it useful, and maybe you can go and do this fight for yourself on your own, actually. But once again, thanks for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, as well as comment on all the questions I've been asking. Let me know if you've enjoyed this series, and I'll do more like it. But once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. We're out in probably a couple of days, as most of them will be. So, see you in the next one.